Yep. So real quick, taking one step back for our listeners who might not know lien waiver, can you just explain what's a partial lien waiver, what's a final lien waiver, and as an investor, why do I care about those terms? How is it protecting me?
Yeah, right. Good question. So basically, you need a clear title, right, to sell your property. And so basically what those lien waivers are doing is to tell the title company that your subcontractor has been paid, and they're basically waiving their right to lien the property. So as you go out through the project, you might have 6 different draws. Each draw, you're going to have to submit a partial lien waiver. And then when the project is finished and all your subcontractors have been paid off, you're going to submit a final lien waiver that's waiving those subcontractors' rights to put a lien on the property. So that the title company is ensuring that you have a clear title.
And the documentation for those things, like you were saying, I know for us, when we used to general contract some of our bigger jobs where we're getting construction loans, the painful trip down to Chicago Title on LaSalle and going up to the 4th floor. And then I forgot one document and they wanted the original documents. And it's a lot different than doing business with a hard money or somebody like Renovo, where they come out, they check it. So it's night and day with some of that. The lien waivers are very important. But I think one of the most important ones is that final lien waiver that you get from the individual versus the partial. So especially if you have a shorter job, like it slows up the job if you have to get all these ones in the middle.
Yeah, totally. Plus, you have to get them notarized every time. And I'm amazed that you still can't do something like that digitally, and that you have to still go to the bank every time to get those notarized. The other thing we didn't touch on was like a 203K loan. Also quite painful as far as paperwork goes. Probably the most painful of all the ones, just because those inspectors come out, they actually set some of the scope of work in addition to what you want to do. And it takes about 1 to 2 weeks with the 203K loan typically, so not nearly as long as with the title company, but almost quite as bad.
I think working with the hard money or middle money, market money places like Renovo, like I think if the rates are ever higher than like a Home Path or something like that, initially the time frame ends up being a lot shorter, and the contractor pool you get to work with. A lot of contractors won't even work with you if you have a 203K. They don't want to mess with that, or they're not comfortable with it. So you might not even end up with as good of a vendor because you're doing that. So you have to make sure you're understanding that, hey, I might get a little lower of a rate here, but I'm going to end up paying a little more over here because I can't get the right person in. So